Hi, we are going to get a reading. Just clearing some space for us, sending you healing energy so you can be open to these messages for your highest and greatest good. Go. I don't know about you, but I'm already calmer. Oh, you know. Okay. All right. Let's ask the angels, archangels, spirit guides, ancestors into our space, divine guidance, protection for our highest and greatest good. Let's call on Archangel Michael to ask him for protection and to return to sender with love and light. Anyone sending ill will through thought, word, or action. And so it is. My team's funny. Yeah, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune really talks about like things kind of taking their course, running through what needs to run through, going through the process, knowing that endings bring new beginnings, and that we're embarking on a new cycle here. Okay, so yeah, Judgment. Like going through, there's energies are having to go through like that self-evaluation process, okay? And, a lot of people look at the Judgment card as karma. I kind of look at it from a higher perspective. Karma is kind of a high perspective, karma, dharma. But I look at it like, this is really kind of like going within, okay? And really doing that self-assessment and really looking to see like, where are there opportunities for growth, okay? And what could I have done differently, right? And not staying in that energy, like what could you have done differently, but using it as a tool, all right? We have the High Priestess energy, which talks about letting things unfold naturally. There might be some secrets and things like that, because she is the keeper of the secrets. And, the High Priestess, when it's in a reading, really kind of comes up and says, hey, you may not know everything, and you may be holding back some things as well. But you do have infinite wisdom and knowledge, and it's about tapping into that and then knowing when to share or not share, or act or not act, right? Like she's in a neutral stance, right? So, just using that discretion. We have the Fool card, so this really talks about a new beginning. Taking that leap of faith. I feel like, with this energy here, it's kind of like you're kind of, you understand, like you have this understanding that the cycle's closing and there's things that need to happen energetically in order for that to kind of officially close before like something really new can open up and start. So you're in that in-between stage, okay? Because these two cards are in between the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool card. Okay, so right now it's kind of like chill out time, okay? And you understand why. And if you don't understand why, I'm sharing with you why. Yeah, this is a time for rest. Rest, healing, recuperation, so that, all this energy can kind of clear out. And then once this energy is cleared out, then, this can really kind of take off, okay? All right. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, okay? This really represents like someone who is very strong, very grounded, very practical, very abundant. And, as a result of this process and past experiences, has accumulated quite a bit. Like she understands how to you know, harvest off the land. She understands how to, you know, have enough to last. Like I get like she's canning. She like she's just like that chick, you know, like very like earth, motherly earth energy, right? Very grounded, very rooted, very stable, very secure. Can make something out of nothing, literally. And so I just feel like this also is representing like, don't worry, you will have everything you need. You always have everything you need. Like if you really look back and really think about it, like, yeah, there might have been some struggles here and there, but at the end of the day, like, look at where you are now. Okay, I'm getting that kind of vibe. So just trust. I'm getting like trust. Okay, trust this process. You were in a far better position than you were before, and really like sitting in that and understanding that. Yeah, we have justice. Okay, so this really is talking about like, you know, you have done that healing, you have done that recuperation, you have done that resting, you have done the assessment of all that you are grateful for. Also the Queen of Pentacles energy, like she's very grateful for what she has. Like she worked hard to get here. All right. And justice really represents the fact that like balance is being restored. Okay. As well as like what was done wrong will be made right. Okay. And you trust that, you know this. And if you don't know, now you know. Okay. Yeah. Well, we have the Hierophant. All right, so this is divine presence, divine guidance, divine protection, spiritual leadership as well. And then we also have the Lovers. Okay, so this also is like, I'm getting like hold tight, this is coming in, okay? And, you know, this person, this energy, because we have the High Priestess and the High Priest. And that literally is the balance, okay? I feel like that person's learning things too, and they're wrapping things up in their cycle, okay? So you have to kind of like hold tight. Like there might be some healing still happening in order for this to come in, okay? So just kind of, you know, be patient is what I'm getting. Be patient. Like the Queen of Pentacles is very independent, okay? She's self-sufficient. She doesn't need anyone else to take up space. She doesn't need anyone else in order to come up with her own creations and make them happen. Like the Queen of Pentacles makes things happen, okay? And so I feel like they want you to continue to be that independent energy and continue to create based on what you can create from. You know, the resources and the sources, okay? Because if you look at, like, she's holding a basket. This is like sources of food, source of abundance, source of things to make things with, right? Those are going to change, okay? But for right now, do what you can with what you have, okay? That is what I'm getting, big time. Do what you can with what you have. Understand that there are limitations in things. And if you're seeing the limitations, you're aware of them, you may have to pivot a little bit or just wait. Okay, this is also like waiting, holding back, you know, kind of going within and saying, you know, is this something really, I see the limitation now, you know, do I hold back and kind of think about a redirection, or do I plan differently going forward? Okay, so I feel like there's some assessment going on with the Four of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Like maybe you thought you were going to create somewhere and do something, but maybe you had to reassess that. Okay, maybe it's not the most ideal situation. There's limitations, okay? And that's okay. I feel like they're letting you know that like it's okay that there's limitations, you're aware of them. So just kind of create what you can with what you have based on those limitations, and just kind of like stand tight, or I don't know what that phrase is, but anyway. Magician, yeah, creating. You are meant to create with this other energy. All right, so right now just kind of do what you can with what you have until that comes together, and then the resources will change and the direction will change. Okay, so that's the energy I'm picking up. So if you're feeling like you're creating and you're feeling some limitations and you're not really sure how you should be creating, what you should be creating, just know that like Focus on what you have access to right now. Focus on what you're being guided to work on and stay within that for now. Okay? If that makes sense. Yeah. You have Three of Swords. Is this in the reverse? Yeah, in the reverse. So what's this Three of Swords? Is this just simply saying like there won't be this heartbreak, betrayal, and deception? Okay, so the energy that's coming in, okay, is not going to result in this, okay? So it's also about like making sure energetically you're healed from that, okay? So that, yeah, because when I see the Magician, this talks about like working with energy and the tools like heart, mind, body, and soul, and just making sure like everyone's in alignment, okay? Everyone's energy is where it needs to be in order for this to come in, okay? All right. Yeah, it's not just on their side that energy needs to, healing and all of that needs to happen. Like there's still some in the collective that are still working through that, okay? So that's kind of why that's coming up. Okay, thank you. Yeah, just having like forgiveness, like being in this like forgiveness energy is super important, because oftentimes, then here's the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You know, so, you know, forgiveness is really not for them, it's for you. It's so that you can detach. It's so that you can get the lesson out of it and grow and still have unconditional love for yourself in spite of what you've experienced. That's really the key, okay? And releasing it, right? And I feel like that's kind of like why this energy, this card is here, is to kind of represent like there might be some residual stuff that collectively we're still clearing out. Okay, so forgive, like kind of work on that forgiveness of yourself, having compassion for the situation. I think that we have to look at the situations that we've experienced, and I know it's not a one size fits all, and I know some of you have really been through quite a bit, and I'm not trying to minimize that whatsoever. But I feel like the advice here applies, that, you know, that it's okay to feel the feels. It's okay to, like, if you're feeling like your energy is being pulled, like, why is it being pulled? Like, ask yourself the why, okay? And kind of do that assessment, right? If you're being called to do that assessment, like, don't fight the process. We have the Emperor, Divine Masculine energy. This is you, like also, like, being in your own power. Like, you are it, right? And so it's almost like all of this was to put you in this position, okay? To put you in this position of power. Because I feel like a lot of us have experienced like where that was taken from us, or we gave it away, right? And we can't give our power away to anybody. Okay, it's ours, it's our birthright. And some of us are coming into like major high-level soulmate unions, okay? High-level soulmate unions. Okay, one just came out right after the other. We're talking divine masculine, divine feminine. Like the karmic cycles are over, okay? And so it takes lifetimes sometimes to clear out some of these karmic cycles, okay? And to be able to step into divine feminine and masculine energy, that's a big deal. And it's taken very serious. And especially now, like this time is like pivotal for these energies to come into union, okay? So just know that like this energy work, this healing, this forgiveness, like it is for the greater good. It's for your highest and greatest good. And, you know, thank the person who showed you who they were. Thank the person who took your energy from you as an energy vampire so that you could learn how to take it back. Thank that person who, you know, took advantage of you and put you in a third party, because now you know your value and worth. Thank that person for, you know, being a certain kind of way so that you could learn something from the experience. That was the whole point. The whole point was not to stay stuck there, right? The whole point was for you to overcome it and grow from it and be a stronger person and stand in your power. That is the point. And so that is why forgiveness is so important here, and having compassion for all involved as well. because at the end of the day, everybody is learning that lesson. Everybody is learning a lesson, and it's up to the divine to choose how that lesson is going to be delivered. Okay, it's not up to you. It's not up to you to say how someone is going to experience their karma, or sending any kind of spell work out to say this is how you're going to feel. You're not going to manipulate someone else. That's just going to be rerouted. Okay, it's up to the divine to determine how lessons are going to be learned. Okay, and so the best thing that you can do is to step away from it, forgive them, release them, and surrender them, so that you can fully learn your lesson, and you can call your power back, and you can prepare yourself for this. All right, that is the key here. Very beautiful message. Thank you. Thank you for using me to share the message. Temperance. All right, these divine unions are earth angels coming together in this lifetime, okay? Not all, but many of them. And temperance angel is really like bringing balance back to the earth, okay? Bringing balance to our reality. These are energies that are, between both worlds, kind of like from the 5D, anchoring it into the 3D. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So if that's not you, this reading's not for you. And I wish you nothing but the best and love and light, and I'll catch you on the next reading. But this really talks about like someone is, spiritually connected and anchoring it. I mean, we all are. It's just whether you're putting it in practice right now. And so this is about being in both places at the same time and creating that balance, right? This is like transmuting energy, okay? From one cup to the other. So it's like from one realm to the other, right? It's like from one dimension to the other. Like you're taking this information and you're transmuting it into wisdom and knowledge for others through some sort of platform, some sort of practice, just being yourself and being high vibrational. Like that's the alchemy. Yeah, and then we have right next to that is the Hanged Man. So this really talks about enlightenment, okay? It's so that you can share the outlook, the perspective, as well as like perception, like learning a new perception, okay? Understanding things from a different point of view, okay? And you're sharing that point of view because you are meant to do that, okay? In some kind of way, and in your, it's almost like in your own way. Like there's no like specific way to do it. Like however you see fit is how you will be aligned to share this, okay? So it's about being open to it, right? Just you being yourself and being in a beautiful vibration. You energetically, it's part of your vibration. It's coming out like, wherever you are, wherever you go, whoever you talk to, in so many different ways. Just know that you are divinely protected and guarded here. This is also like boundaries up. You're protected. Like you're like the warrior for the light. Okay. Yeah. Six of Swords. This talks about moving on to calmer waters and peace being restored. I feel like this is like kind of you, battling, and then this is you resting and moving on after a battle won. Is what I'm getting. It's kind of like, okay, you've won that battle. Time to move. I need you somewhere else. It's almost like, yeah, I need you somewhere else. Four of Wands. Okay. Yeah. You're being called to go somewhere else. Some of us are. Or this can just represent peace. Being in a great peaceful place. You will be guided to where you need to go, so just be patient. The Hermit card. Yeah. You're also guided through obstacles, okay? Like, so if anything's kind of happening in your life right now, embrace them, surrender to them, and go within for guidance, okay? I'm also getting with the Hermit and the Five of Wands that like there's a lot of people being exposed for chaos and conflict that they have been participating in. Like, I feel like the shitstorm is being, like, exposed, okay? Like, is there anything else you want me to say about that? They're like, no. Okay. All right. I feel like you are protected. You are being moved away from. You are divinely guided. Stay to yourself. Because there is chaos and conflict and drama going on amongst a group of people, and it's not your problem. And for you to surrender it to the divine and let them handle it. That's the message regarding those cards and what's going on. All right, it's not your business. Yeah, look, Ace of Wands. Yeah, the divine is handling this. All right, they're like, you don't need to be involved at all. Like, no response is a response. Do not engage. This is like a do not engage message, okay? People are going through it right now, and they don't want you anywhere near it, all right? And you are divinely protected from it energetically, but you have to do your part in that. Meaning, like, you can't engage yourself in it. Like, if you get a text from somebody saying, like, such and such and such and such, do not respond, okay? If anything, if you don't have to deal with this person, like, mute them, block them, whatever, don't respond, okay? I'm getting, like, a community here. So, yeah, you don't need to engage. Like, they want to create that energetic attachment, and you don't want any part of that. Like, you've done such a great job, like, not having that energetic attachment. So it's really important that you maintain that, okay? Because the divine didn't remove this person or show you who this person was for no reason. And they are removed from your life for that reason. So don't bring them back. Like, you're spitting in the divine's face by doing that. All right, we have balance being restored here. Let them bring balance here. Whatever was done to you is being returned, and that is balance, okay? So let them do what they're supposed to do. Let them learn their lessons the way that divine wants them to learn, okay? You can't get involved. You learned your lesson. And if you do get involved, you're going to learn it again, okay? So know that, all right? You are choosing to move forward, okay? So no looking back. Like, we're not looking back. She's not peeking over her shoulder. She's not like, oh, what's happening to all them back there? Who gives a shit? Okay, you need to stay focused, look forward, look ahead, and don't look back. Okay, do not look back. What do you want me to say about this? Four of Cups. All right, do not look back. Okay, there's a reason why none of this worked out. All right, there's the Three of Cups, which is too many cups, if you ask me. All right, as far as relationships and emotions go, like, this means that there was 3 people involved potentially. And, you know, none of them were serving you, okay? You don't deserve to be mixed in with the rest. You deserve to be all on your own, receiving a cup from someone that you deserve to receive it from, and they deserve you. So this is a blessing in disguise, and see it as that. See it as a blessing in disguise. It puts you in a place that is far better, okay? So don't look back. Look forward. Yeah, I just saw the Two of Cups. All right. Yeah, look, these cups are okay. The 10, because they represent the fact that, like, this is what the blessing in disguise is for. This is you living your best life. This is you having a place of your own that you are sharing with your family, your close family, and the love of your life. This is you creating emotional abundance and stability, okay? That is this blessing. That is what the divine is trying to bring in for you, is this, okay? So focus forward, not backwards, okay? So let them bring the blessing. King of Pentacles energy. Let them bring the blessing. This person is worth investing in, and they're going to see you as worth investing in as well. King of Pentacles represents someone who's very stable and secure, very grounded, knows their value, knows their worth. Just like the Queen of Pentacles, who we were talking about earlier. They're a match. There's numerous matches in here. We have the Empress and the Emperor. We have the King and Queen of Pentacles. And we have the High Priestess and the Hierophant. Okay? And then we have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay? So this is like Confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. Yes. Yes, queens.